Bullock, and I want to talk to you tonight about my career as a head secretary in the Jordan School District. The reason I got started working as a secretary is I had 3 small children. I had just barely lost my job, and I decided that a school would be a perfect place to be because I would have the same schedule as my children. I've been working as a secretary in Jordan School District for 17 years. The first 10 years at Jordan High in the Counseling Center, but the last 7 years as a head secretary in an elementary school. As a head secretary, the most important thing that I take care of are all the accounts and budgets for the school. I handle hundreds of thousands of dollars each year and make sure all the supplies are ordered so the teachers can teach the students. I also take care of payroll each month for 92 employees, taking care of their absences and making sure they get their paychecks on time. I take care of student records, make sure that we have all the health records, all of their personal records, make sure that they have their grades in their files, and if they have a health care plan, I make sure that they have that. I'm the executive assistant to the principal. What that means basically is if the principal's out of the building, I take care of it. I also assist all of the teachers with what they need to do. I take care of all of the machines in the building. So I need to run all the copy machines, fax machines, the Rizzo, which is like a cheap copy machine, and laminators, and other machines. I also need to be up on the newest programs. I do Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, as well as Jordan School District programs, such as Skyward, which takes care of all of students' attendance, their scheduling. I do ASOP, which is in charge of employee absences, and Sprocket, which is our maintenance program, in case we have things in the building break down. Customer service is the #1 thing. Customer service is the industry of schools. When a family arrives at our school, I am the first person to greet them. I make sure that they are in a classroom and that they have the teacher that meets their needs. I am also the liaison between the teachers and our PTA. Our PTA is very important, so I need to make sure that I schedule all of their events. I'm also the pseudo-counselor of the school. I'm the person people vent to. If a teacher's had a bad day or a fight with their spouse, I hear about it. If a parent has trouble with the teacher or has trouble with their student, I hear about it. If the custodian's machines break, I hear about it. And I am never off duty. How many times have I run into a store to have a child poking around the end of the aisle saying, "You work at our school. I thought you slept there." Well, the most rewarding things that I have to do in the school and the most frustrating are those things that they don't tell you about. Schools now don't have nurses in them, and so I have become the school nurse. Every single day, I give out medications, I do diabetic checks, make sure that the children get their correct insulin amount for the number of carbs. I do G-tube feedings, which are abdominal feedings for students that are nutritionally challenged, and I even have to do catheters for students that are in wheelchairs. I'm also the in-school suspension place. That's not one of my favorite jobs to do, but if a student gets in trouble in classroom or refuses to work or has behavior issues, they're in my office. Today, in fact, I had a little 3rd grader down there. I was sitting on the floor, actually had to restrain her because she was going to hurt herself. With my in-school suspension, I need to be able to do the curriculum from kindergarten through 6th grade. That's one of the reasons I'm back in school, because I need to know everything from math to science to history, how to diagram, take care of sentence, and do grammar. One of the most heartbreaking things that I have to deal with is when the Division of Child and Family Services come in. I've had to sit in on those interviews as they're interviewing a child for child abuse. I can't say anything but hold the child on my lap as they talk to the social worker. It's the most rewarding job. It's perfect for being a mom because I I have 1,050 students. I love my job, and if you love students, it's the place for you to be. Although an elementary school secretary is not a teacher and is not in the classroom, I'm an integral part of the child's education. If I wasn't there, the teachers would have a harder time in the classroom. Each year, student teachers come in and they say that their instructors have told them the two most important people to get to know in a building is the custodian and the secretary.